Wonderful.
All right, are you ready?
Yes, give me this, please.
We've got DSP. How are your jugs?
My jugs are in good hands.
All right.
Very happy.
Wait a minute, they're not in mine. What the fuck
They're in
did you do to your
Cody's.
Oh, Cody's gonna get a fucking beating. I tell you what. Let's go to Pig Roach. Pig Roach got all dressed up for Halloween. And now, you know how sometimes you feel bad for John?
Occasionally, yeah.
And then, like Carl says, you watch him a little bit longer, you go, fuck this piece of shit. Sometimes I get that way about Phil when I think about this costume thing, especially because Phil wanted to have some fun on Halloween and he wanted to dress up like a Street Fighter guy. And just like when he plays Street Fighter, it didn't work out the way he wanted it to because people were beating him. Phil, instead of ignoring or having a laugh about all the people who were giving him a hard time about his costume, decided to do the thing you absolutely should do on the internet and decided to lash out, rage, and attack them.
It always works out.
Now, look, I say this all the time about Phil. I'm not entertained by the going after him for the begging and the tips and the things like that. Like, to me, that's played out. That's easy.
Yes.
So I always wait for him to have a really rare moment like this, and that's what I want to cover. And Phil's blouse that he wore for Halloween and his lady wig, I mean, it was so a Karen costume, and he had no idea. He thought he was being Ken from Street Fighter.
No, I definitely would have. If he made me guess, I'm like, you're that lady at the restaurant that bitches a lot.
Right. He looked more like Ken from Barbie.
Yes.
Than he did Ken from
it's
Street
Malibu
Fighter.
Ken.
Yes. So people started giving him shit, and he started actually turning it into a social crusade. Like, instead of these people are busting my balls and I don't like it, he turned it into all of these people are full of hate and transphobic. It was pretty good. Let's give it a watch. This is DSP getting really salty over his costume. Let's give the credit where it's due here. This is from Forbidden Math on YouTube. Subscribe to Forbidden Math.
Uh-oh.
Phil.
What's happening? Phil
It says in the video, you're muted, dipshit.
Oh.
So Phil even started out muted, and now as you look at the costume, he looks like a girl.
I would call him Phyllis.
He looks like a little girl, like an anime character.
He looks like if he shaves, he's a middle-aged wine mom.
But he dressed his hands up as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They do, in fact, look like turtle shells,
Yes.
let's be honest.
So the little fuck couldn't go out and get some MMA gloves. He couldn't get like a proper Ken costume. He stole one of his wife's wigs and one of his wife's blouses and dressed up like a chick and then said it was a Street Fighter person. So Phil's muted. Let's see how long does it take? This is fun. Let's see how long it takes him to figure out
Look at the
he's muted.
chat. The whole chat is laughing.
They're saying LMAO, that wig, muted. The mic is muted. No sound. Muted. Mic muted, pimp.
No mic.
No mic.
What do you think he's carrying on?
They're calling him Ken Burnell. Oh, that's because of Street Fighter.
Oh, look at him with this.
Oh, and then I love how he doesn't like being called a bitch, but then he goes, oh God, no, my hair.
Oh, that's just a stray strand.
Here's a tip for you. You look like a bitch.
Look at that face.
How long does he go without realizing his fucking audio is...
Well, you can give
that
him
was
this.
a botch. At least you saw the costume.
You could give him this. He doesn't get chat cancer. He wasn't
No.
looking.
Welcome to the Level 1 podcast, everyone, and welcome to my Halloween spooktacular, the marathon.
Oh, that's kind of racist.
I thought that word was not
Jesus, Phil, in these trying times, we do not say words like spooktacular.
okay. It's not kosher.
Fucking hell,
That I do every single year, where I play a marathon of games based on what you have wanted to see.
man. Somebody sent him a $1.99 super chat and said, DSP, can't believe you're Chris Chan. Awesome.
And I dress up in outfits.
He's a
right?
Karen.
So, this
Yes,
year,
he
of
looks like a
course,
Karen.
Look at the
I
chat.
am the masterpiece Ken Masters from Street Fighter. And
Everything he does it without any charm. Like, it's just...
I think that he thinks he has the charm.
I
though.
know. It's so weird to watch him because, like, he's got all the belief in himself of someone with way more charisma.
He's like got the confidence of a total 9.5.
Yeah, but he's walking around like a pudgy 2 with no personality.
That's cruel.
And he's so quick to anger. Like yesterday, someone in our chat last night during the evening show just kept doing this bit in the chat, and I didn't think it was good, but I didn't want to hurt their feelings. But then they kept doing it and spamming it in the chat. So finally I did snap at them. That's how much it takes to get a normal person to snap.
Mm-hmm.
This guy snaps when you like don't donate money the right way.
Why are you super chatting that?
Yeah, why are you super chatting that? I said I need tips. Or why are you super chatting them and asking a question I don't like? It's like it doesn't take much to get old Johnny Carson here fucking rattled.
Interestingly enough, you may think that this is just like a basic costume. You're like, this is no big deal. Actually, you don't realize.
Oh, quit covering up your titties with your blouse, Phil.
I actually want to see the chest
Why don't you
hair.
spread it out? This actually looks like Nicolas Cruz's jumpsuit.
His whole chat is like, oh, you're Ken? I really thought you were like a woman.
Right.
In a dress or something.
Are you female Ryu from Street Fighter? Phil's most important stream of the year, and he botches it. Karen from Street Fighter, they're calling him. Is that really a femboy? Oh, boy.
So just to show you, okay? So the karate gi that I'm wearing. So you see, there's the belt and everything.
With his squeaky-ass chair.
Maybe
If you want me to stand and twirl, you won't be able to see it. I'll stand. But
He thought they were being serious. They're like, will you stand and twirl? He's like, well, you won't be able to see it. No, they're saying you're a girl, Phil.
maybe a tee up for him. Like if you're doing a show where you're filmed from the waist up, maybe don't make the most important, obvious part of your costume be below you, right?
Yeah,
like maybe get it on the camera.
Here's some of them. DSP is Chris Chan, Karen Masters. The femboys love this. He's definitely a white belt. Wow.
You really won't be able to see much because, as you can see, just kind of stuck in front of the camera.
Oh, give me that ass, though.
That ass, Phil.
Oh, look at that. Look at that elbow. Oh.
That man needs to go outside.
He just said, look at that elbow.
It
he
is
had nothing else to offer but an elbow.
The shiniest white elbow I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Stand and twirl like a good femboy, they're saying.
Pay no attention to this hole right here.
Nobody's paying attention to that hole. Oh, yuck. God, he has translucent skin. It's fucking troubling.
Look at it's blending in with his white chair.
Dude needs to eat some carrots or something.
I told you he hates sunshine. There was a stream where the sun started shining for the first time in a week, and he got mad at it and had to get up and shut the blinds. He's like, that fucking thing was just watching me out.
Do you think that's why he's such an angry cuss? Because he gets no sunlight, no vitamin D? He feels bad all the time?
He gets different forms of vitamin D, Aaron.
Oh, it's true.
Yes. How you guys doing?
Great.
So I hope you guys are ready.
Great, now that my waitress showed up.
Ready for a fun and spooky day of gameplay.
Oh, easy
excitement. All right? You ready? Woo!
Why is he breathing so hard?
Because he got up.
Good viewer count, though. I'll give him that.
Solid viewer count, Phil.
Just so you know, this outfit, okay, is obviously Ken from Street Fighter.
Obviously. I mean, if you can't see that, you must be a fucking idiot.
And, you know, you guys...
Oh, come on! Be a fucking person.
That wasn't very ladylike.
Oh, that was not. You're right. You should curtsy after that one, Phil. You should go, oh, ma, Mr. Beauregard.
I want him to curtsy while burping.
Yeah.
I want him to time it.
Voted on the category of costume that you wanted me to wear for Halloween this year. And you voted for a video game character. All right. And I was looking into, you know, what are the costumes available this year for video game characters and the like.
I can't see his shoulder for the door.
And of course, the first thing that comes to mind is like, gee, why not?
Should we skip to where he starts flipping out? See, this is where I like Snort Hogan.
Where he's very concise.
Snort Hogan just gets to like the 4 or 5 minutes that we want to see. I want to see him flipping out at people criticizing
my costume. There were Ryu costumes all over the internet that you could get, and they all looked good. But by the time that I had the money, all they had was small. Everywhere, out of stock, except for small.
That didn't fit you?
And I was like, there's absolutely no freaking way I'm going to be able to fit in CO Auditory. You remember I was a Ghostbuster. We Ken with no blonde hair. That's like his signature thing. His flowing locks, right?
Stop flicking
you cannot be Ken without your signature blonde hair. So I had to then buy another, you know, a wig and everything.
Someone's saying, I literally thought you were Marilyn Monroe.
right? And stuff like that.
Oh, no, he's doing the moves.
Can't really do a Shoryuken sitting down. Like, doesn't really.
I bet his wife is so wet right now.
Who wants to fuck that guy, right?
Jasper.
Yeah, the thing is, I felt if we're going to do a video game character, let's do something pertinent.
All right.
I probably will have to take them off. I don't know how I'm going to like play with the controller. You know, the straps are kind of intrusive.
I'm going to skip 30 seconds at a time.
Shit, like, oh,
He's
God.
a fickle bitch.
I try to eat a sandwich. I go to bite it. I get a big mouthful of the fucking wig. Disgusting. And it's also elaborate. It's not just a simple thing. Like, I'll be honest. Last year,
I also
just
get
taking a
chunks of
drink.
hair in my mouth when I eat sandwiches.
Yes.
so there you go. Okay, so
Oh, this might be the start of the meltdown. He's reading the chat.
The chat's gotten ugly.
He's getting very Zumakian right now. He's staring at that chat and losing his train of thought.
Legolas Bernstein says, are we really still going to go with that as a Ken outfit?
I dressed as, if you don't know, you probably don't attend the channel.
Somebody said, oh, those are his
There you go.
arms.
All right, so guys,
There's a lot more to arrive, but I figured I'd make this announcement.
Whoa.
There we
it's
go.
funny to say that. It's not.
Uh-oh. Here we go. You
Yeah,
might think it's
it's
funny to say.
scary.
So now he sees that people are calling him a girl.
Not funny. You're basically making fun of people.
Super
And
chat.
you're not even making fun of me. You're making fun of a whole group of people. Like, why are you saying horrible things?
No,
like
they're
that?
not. They're saying you look like your costume looks shitty and you look like a chick. They're not saying all people who cross-dress are freaks of nature. They're leaving that for a different show. Probably ours.
Well, hey, they also sent it as a super chat instead of a tip.
Right.
So.
It looks like you are cross-dressing. And he goes, you're making fun of cross-dressers. No, they're making fun of you. I love when he does that. This is not the first time he's ever done that. I love when he does that thing when he goes, if you make fun of me, what you're really doing is making fun of all people like this. It's like, no, stupid. Rest assured, we're just making fun of you.
That's because it throws heat off of him in his mind.
Yes.
Like, this is Ken. It's the whole outfit of Ken with his hair. This is what his hair exactly looks like, a Street Fighter.
Sorry, bro. No, you look like a bitch.
I want to pull up a picture of this Ken guy next to him.
We'll do that right after he's done melting down here. We'll pull up a picture
Yeah.
of Ken Masters, and then we'll see if Phil looks like Ken.
Did he nail
Otherwise,
it?
Phil, you look like a waitress.
And you're going to sit here and be saying, you're dressing up like a woman. Oh, you're dressing up like a cross-dresser. It's like, so, wow, you want to prove how fucking bigoted and immature and how scumbaggish you are that you would say fucked up, insulting stuff like that on the internet. You're not even insulting me. You're insulting other people.
Not fair. They worked very hard at insulting you, Phil. They worked very hard at crafting their insults about what a chick you look like. They didn't just come out and go, you look like a girl. They came out with fun play on words. They directed them directly at you. They mocked your costume, calling you a girl. You don't get to pawn that off on the entire cross-dressing community, you blame-passing bucket of shit. You got hit up really bad. You wore this costume thinking it looked good, and you bragged and cocked off about it, and people went, dude, that wig straight up looks like you got it from a chick's department.
Somebody in this chat says he looks like David Spade's character from the Benchwarmers. And somebody's even trying to help him. Like, don't feed the trolls, Phil.
Right, Phil.
You are addressing them and giving them more fuel.
Phil, I can't see my chat right now, Phil. If they think I suck right now cue all the comments that are go, you suck, you suck. If they think I suck right now.
You suck, you big-titted freak.
I can't see it. Thanks for helping them. I can't see it right now. And so therefore,
Yeah.
I get to do my show and I get to perform how I want to.
This is fun.
I will do my best. And if they hate it, I'll find out later. Phil finds out that people hate shit while he's mid-rant, and then he'll switch streams and start getting salty.
It was way more funny when he was muted and not looking at the chat.
Yes.
Like, why would you even say that? What the fuck's your problem?
You look like a girl.
It's just messed up. I see, it's ridiculous how many people are still like that on the internet because they think I can just say this and get away with it. No, it's not funny.
But they can, Phil. You're proving that they can say it and get away with it.
They're literally doing that.
You've been on the internet for 12 years now doing this, and you still haven't learned a very simple lesson. Don't try to fight the internet.
It's 2022. It's time to fucking wake up. Oh my God, Phil's woke. No, I'm not woke, but
Nobody's saying that, Phil. Nobody cares about you enough to say that you're woke or you're based or anything like that. You're making that up for yourself.
Change my mind. I'm sitting here kind of wondering if he's getting so mad about this because he thinks they're alleging that he would make fun of like a cross-dresser and that's why he dressed this way.
No, he's pissy because he's getting insulted and he's trying to deflect.
I
This
see
is
that
all
too.
deflection. There's no greater goal behind what Phil does. He's 100% deflecting. He's got a one-track mind, and it's don't look like a fucking dork on the internet.
Okay.
Like, obviously, this costume is not meant to be super serious, right? It's kind of
You were the one standing up and twirling like a fucking ballerina, cocking off about your costume. I don't know how. Seemed like you were taking it seriously.
silly. So can we roll with it like that instead of immediately having to say stupid shit? Like, can you grow the fuck up? Because I'm not going to be putting up with that shit all day.
You know the vast majority of people watching you are not looking at your chat. Therefore, if you would just ignore these people, you could just do your show and it would never be a thing.
You're being dumb. You know, like, you're idiotic.
I always
Okay?
like his laughs like that. He's so uncomfortable.
And then a snort. Are there any more?
I should have shaved and put in blue contacts. Why? Don't you think that having me have a full, like, beard is funny?
I mean, no.
No. I like, since I saw this costume, I was really wishing you had shaved.
Right. It's not really. No, it's not funny. It's
I
just
put a whole
nothing.
beard on Aaron. Like,
Yes.
because you know why? Without that, like, his costume didn't make sense. Yours
fucking
doesn't make
sucks.
sense with the beard.
Like, I could have, you're absolutely right, I could have shaved, but the point is that it's supposed to look silly and funny.
Yeah, you don't want to lose that awesome beard you've got going there, Philip.
It's me with a wig on trying to look like Ken. Obviously, it's funny than me actually, like, looking like Ken.
It's not funny when you have to explain it.
It's always good when you have to explain your funny costume to people.
Oh.
How breathable is the wig? Not very breathable. Definitely the wig is, it makes my head feel constricted. I don't know. I could try to leave it on, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to leave it on when I'm eating. It might bother me. I guess okay, it has nothing to do with me, but it's some kind of a running joke among certain people.
Oh, hold on.
Shout out to Scotty. We miss you. He loved Halloween. I don't know what this Scotty joke is. It has nothing to do with me, but it's some kind of a running joke among certain people.
I love when he doesn't know what something is, but he just automatically jumps to, oh, I'm being fucked with.
Yeah.
Ezel. No, excuse me. Ezik did a super chat and says, are you meant to be Ken for Street Fighter? It looks like you're cross-dressing. So here you go. He's basically going with what I said earlier. He's an idiot. So thanks for the super chat. Idiot. Jeffrey Hernandez did a super chat. He says, why are you wearing a dress? Are you supposed to be Hillary Clinton? Yes, I'm cosplaying as Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
I look just like her, don't I?
Dude, he's got 630 people watching this meltdown right now.
Bro,
That's great.
You look a lot more like Hillary Clinton than you do Ken Masters.
Dead on. This is what she looks like every day.
Close.
She looks in the mirror. She sees the beard.
Yep.
The swollen, droopy face. The
Well,
red
geez.
karate gi. The gloves. And she says, now I'm ready to take on the day. There you
Pretty
go.
badass.
She says, what new conspiracies can we create today?
Is he
Are you
grabbing his
scratching
dick?
your balls?
Yeah, are you
Right.
scratching your balls, Phil?
Please stop.
There you go.
Ken Masters does
Anyway.
not scratch his balls.
Moving
Hillary
on.
Clinton does.
Jeffrey did a super chat.
All right, so there's only a couple minutes left in that. You got
Oh,
the
that's
best of
funny.
it. There's our little check-in with Phil.